As I wrap up 2025 and head into the craziness that is the Consumer Electronics Show in January in Las Vegas, which I will be there for, there were still a few items in my studio that I did not have a chance to review, but I really wanted to show you these items. Some of them are samples from companies, which will be notated, and some are things that I bought for my own personal life. In fact, one of these items is squeaking in front of me, but all of these are really cool tech products that I am super obsessed with, so here are 10 last-minute gift ideas that I never had time to review. By the way, my name is Shannon Morse and I review tech on my YouTube channel, plus I do tons of security and privacy content for consumers too. So if that is your thing, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started with the Govee Table Lamp 2, which I have sitting right beside me because it's beautiful. Look how bright it is! Oh, it's so fun! Now, I have reviewed a ton of Govee products on the channel, and I also installed a bunch of their colorful smart lighting already around my studio and my house. And this is the newest edition. It's called the Govee Table Lamp 2. So this thing is fully RGB. It has tons of scenes and customizations to choose from via the Govee app. It's also controllable via touch. So there's touch buttons up at the top so you can change the scenes and you can change the colors. You can also use it via app and via voice, connecting to your assistants like Alexa, Google, and via Matter. It's also dimmable, so you can make it go down in brightness or all the way up in brightness, no matter which you prefer. So you can use it in a bedroom as a nightstand lamp, and the color temperature is also adjustable. There's also a timer function, so you can schedule its on and off times. This is accent lighting. It's not going to be a tool that lights up your entire room like my studio lights do, and I love how aesthetic and clean and modern it looks. It's a very pretty addition, and I want to get a second one so I have a matching pair of them and I can put them on both sides of my bed as like nightstand lamps. I think they're really pretty, and I'm super excited that I have this in my life now. This is the Pebblebee Clip Universal. Now, I originally reviewed the Pebblebees before they went universal, meaning now this one clip works with both Apple Find My and Android's Find My device systems. Now, I actually keep a Pebblebee clip in my purse. I have another one in my suitcase. I have a third one that kind of moves around depending on which bag I'm using during that day, but I already have 3 of them, and I purchased the original ones too. So I can say with experience that the battery lasts a very long time. We're talking months, and it's very efficient. So whenever I need to track my luggage, like if I'm getting on the plane, I check the bag, I want to make sure it actually gets on the plane with me, it gets pretty accurate, and I can tell pretty quickly whether my luggage arrived on my airplane or not. Sometimes it might take a minute just to refresh to find the clip or the tag and update its whereabouts, but I've never had an instance where it just could not be found. I love this thing. It's such a great option if you're an Android user. It's also a really great stocking stuffer because it's so small. You can use this thing anywhere. I'm super excited too to have this new universal one, which means I could use it with my iPhone and my Android device. I can pick and choose, and I'm replacing my older ones with these universal updated versions. The WalkingPad A1 Pro. So this is a slightly upgraded walking pad and treadmill that is compact, and you can fold it up and be stored. I've been feeling really sedentary at my sit-stand desk, and I want to train my body to be able to walk longer distances. So my goal is to walk on this thing every single work day, and I'm really hoping that I can hit like 10,000 to 15,000 steps per day, which is quite a lot. But when I look at my steps for like the Consumer Electronics Show, or when I'm hanging out with my friends in Tokyo on a vacation, I'm walking that far, if not even further. Like one day I was in Tokyo, I walked like 20,000 steps. So I really want to get myself to that point where I have like that increased stamina so I can actually like last on my legs that long. And I'm getting older, so that's pretty important to me. So if I'm in my studio, I walk on the walking pad. It doesn't go super fast, but since I'm using it under my desk, that's totally fine because I'm also working at the same time. I'm totally multitasking here. It is slightly cushioned. It doesn't get too loud. It comes with a remote to start it up, and the display display shows you your time, distance, and steps, and it's really easy to use. Just an FYI though, I left this thing in my Amazon cart for well over a month just watching the price go back and forth. It sat around 500 bucks, and then it jumped up to $550 right before Black Friday, and then it dropped to 450 bucks, which is a hack that a lot of companies use to make their deals look bigger than they truly are. So don't spend more than $450 on one of these, just wait until it goes on sale. Now, if you're finding this video helpful, a subscribe would mean so much to me. Subscribing is a very simple way of showing me which videos you like, which ones you find helpful and valuable, and it tells me which direction I should take my channel in. Also, a big Patreon shout out to all my newest patrons that showed up this month. You can join them and support my channel by going to patreon.com/Shannon Morse for perks like early video access and a private Discord. We have a lot of fun in the Discord. As usual, all the videos on my channel are free to watch. I thank my YouTube members and my patrons for making that possible. Thank you! Oh my gosh, that thing is going nuts in front of me. It is squeaking like crazy. If you hear squeaking in the background, it's a thing. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. Next is the Nothing Ear 3. Now these earbuds are Nothing's newest pair, priced at $179 MSRP, but they're currently on sale, and they also make an awesome stocking stuffer, assuming you want to spend that much money on a stocking stuffer. Now Nothing is bringing us that transparent design still, which I love, and they come in a compact, bulky case. It is a little bit bulky. It's a little bit bigger than what I'm used to for a case, but I mean, honestly, that's not a big deal. I love them. They are compact. They have a really nice battery. They will get you 5.5 hours with ANC on, and the case gives you 38 hours of playback with ANC off, and they have great sound quality, like really good. I was very impressed when I was listening to like Daft Punk with that nice bass. They have 12mm dynamic drivers, great bass response. I was listening to some classic 1990s music like Sugar Ray and Smash Mouth. Everything came out so nice and clear. I was very impressed. I like them. They're pretty comfy too. They also have a venting system. Think Batman, because I hate it whenever they don't have venting systems built into your earbuds and then it feels like you're on an airplane with that pressure sensitivity the whole time. So glad to see that with these. They also come with like 4 different sizes for the silicone tips. They also have in-ear detection, IP54 dust and water resistance, which is really nice. One of the cool unique features about this though is this super mic. So you put one of the earbuds in, or both of them. You have to have one of them in your ear at least, and then you can press this little talk button. And this dealio allows you to turn it on by holding down on that little case button, and then a little light turns green. It's a dual microphone system driven by ambient filtering mics that focuses on your voice, and it cuts through other noises or anything around you for better clarity in voice notes. And the earbuds have mics built in too, so you don't have to use the super mic if you don't want to like hold this up to your face the whole time you're talking to it. That would just be best as a use case for like a content creator, or if you're in a noisy environment and you're on the phone with somebody. But in general, you can just use the mics that are built in. So really cool. I love these, and I'm really excited to take these with me when I go to CES so I can use them on the airplane, because the ANC is very good too. All right, next I have some products from Belkin. I saw all of these back at IFA when I went to Germany several months ago, and I just bought them because I was like, these are nice, I need them in my life. So I purchased these items. I got this Nintendo Switch 2 charging case for my husband because he's been playing back through the Witcher games, and he has been constantly draining the battery on his Switch 2, which I have right here, and I promise I will not play his game for him. Even though I kind of want to. Witcher is fun. It's a really fun game. Anyway, it's a hard shell protective case with a little spot for a Belkin battery underneath the Switch 2. It's got a right angle charging cable, which comes with it, which is perfect for the Switch, and space for accessories, games, and even an AirTag or even a Pebblebee tag if you have one of those instead. Now the battery adds an additional 1.5 times of charge to the Switch 2, so you can play over twice as long. I also grabbed a couple of 3-in-1 charging stations stations from Belkin for my devices too. I bought these separately. So both of these are Qi 2.2 25 watt with MagSafe. But if you have a magnetic case for a device like your Samsung phone, you can totally use it for that too. They both include 45 watt adapters and cables, and the fold-up one is really great as a travel charger. You just fold it into this nice little compact rectangle size. I love that. Both of them are also really great for charging Pixel Buds or Samsung Buds because they have a little wireless space on the back. It's obviously made for AirPods, but I use them for my Pixel Buds and it works perfectly fine. It doesn't matter. But technically these are marketed towards Apple users. All right, this is the Rocketbook Flex Planner, and it combines the tactile feel of pen and paper with digital organization. It includes 48 reusable pages with daily dashboards. There's a weekly spread in here. There's monthly calendars. There's a full calendar year overview as well on a couple of pages. And some of the pages are lined or they have dot gridding, so you can use it for taking notes or doodling or like doing graphs or whatever as well. You write on it with one of those erasable gel pens. This is a Pilot Frixion pen that came with it, but you can use any other compatible pens with it too. You just scan the page with the Rocketbook app, and that sends it to your cloud provider of choice. Then you can wipe the page clean with a damp cloth and you can start fresh again. And I also wanted to note that the app has this OCR technology, so you can actually just write on it and it will use OCR to give you a nice little typed out version of the page that you had written on, assuming that you have decent handwriting. So since you can just wash it off, it is environmentally friendly, you're not wasting a bunch of paper, and it gives you that feel of paper too. I really like it. I think it's very organization friendly and it's super useful, especially if you're somebody that likes to write notes, but you are also very into like keeping everything on your phone. Okay, so this is FizzGig. This is what is making all those squeaky noises that you might hear in the background. This is called a MOFLIN by Casio. This thing looks like a Tribble from Star Trek or a little guinea pig, but it's actually called a MOFLIN. So Casio created this little AI companion robot. Let's say that you couldn't get a pet because of your landlord or because of health issues. You aren't gonna get one. Maybe you have allergies and allergic reaction to cats or dogs. Maybe you just don't wanna spend the money on food because pets can be really expensive. Whatever the case, this is a really cute little Tribble guinea pig plush creature that you can pet, you can squeeze it, you can give scritches to it, little scratches like head scratches, and it'll respond to your voice, to touch, and presence by using adaptive AI. So you can talk to it, you can pet it, you can snuggle with it, whatever you want, and it'll sing, it chirps, it purrs, and it moves around. And over time, it grows emotionally and it develops a personality. So each and every single MOFLIN is different based on how you interact with it. So it creates this illusion of companionship without the responsibility that come with actually adopting a live animal. My 3 animals are kind of bored with it. They don't really care about it, probably because it doesn't smell like a real animal, so they just don't really care. But I think that it's kind of like owning a Tamagotchi toy that we had in the past, but this one is furry and it's pettable and it responds to you a lot more and it moves and it feels nice. I really like having this thing in my office. It's so much fun. Okay, I saved this one for last because I have been so excited about it. This is the Logitech MX Master 4. Now, years ago, I reviewed the MX Master 3 mouse, and I have used that thing every single day for over half a decade. I'm serious. I've been using it since 2019 when it first came out. I cannot believe it's been so long, but Logitech finally graced us with a new one. This is the MX Master 4, and y'all, I am so stoked about this thing. Given my 3 lasted so long, like it's still working perfectly fine. It still works, even though it looks absolutely disgusting. Sorry I didn't clean it off before this video. It's old, it's gross. I put lotion on my hands and stuff. It's nasty. It's got like fingerprints and things. But this one is brand new and beautiful, and I hope that the 4 lasts just as long as my 3 has. This thing is built really similar to the 3, so it's got that ergonomic shape that feels comfortable in your hand. The scroll wheel on the top is buttery smooth for code zooming or for spreadsheets, and you can still press it down to change over to a notched scroll too. It's got that magnetic ultra fast scrolling, which still exists, and the clicks are quiet enough that I can actually use this thing while I'm recording a podcast at my desk. You can barely even hear them. They're very, very quiet. The sensor is super precise too for my editing needs, and there's also haptic feedback and this action ring on the side that lets you trigger shortcuts and tools really easily. Now you can download the Logi Options Plus app to customize it if you want to. You don't necessarily have to if you just want to use it for the basics. The battery life is great so far, but this is fairly new to my studio, so I need to test it longer before I give you a full battery analysis. But it also supports multi-device switching and connectivity as well. There's 3 different options on the bottom that you can switch between, which I love because that was one of the coolest things from the previous mouse too. Now, I would love to know if you bought or you were gifted some kind of cool tech this year that exceeded your expectations. All of these are totally noteworthy in my book, but I straight up ran out of time trying to review everything on my channel. I just don't have enough time in the day to get all these videos out. So let me know if you want deep dives into any of these in particular. I can always break them out into separate videos after CES. Also, shout out to Mr. Mobile because I was totally inspired by his leftovers video. If you watch that video on his channel, you might very well see a little snippet from me about hacking a smartphone for kids. It's marketed towards kids. I am totally serious. I did that. It's on his channel, so go check it out. Happy holidays, my s'mores. Thank you so much for being kind, considerate, and making our community here a really great space to be a part of. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.